Welcome to the Numeroso walkthrough tutorial. We'll walk you through some basic gameplay, including a battle. The first thing to do is shuffle your deck. Then, each player will draw 7 cards. Now the game can start. We'll start with Player 1, Turn 1. First, Player 1 will draw for turn. Next is the prime phase. You can play up to 1 prime from your hand. Player 1 played at 2. Next is the composite phase. Turn a prime sideways to play 1 composite number that is a multiple of that prime. Remember, composites come into play tired or sideways. Tired numbers cannot attack or defend this turn. Now let's move on to Player 2. They're going to do the same thing. Draw a card, play a prime, and then turn a prime sideways to play a composite. Now let's move back to Player 1's second turn. Before doing anything, wake up all your cards or turn them back to normal. Next, you'll draw for turn. Now comes the prime phase. Player 1's going to play another prime, which is a 5. Next comes to composite phase again. Player 1 is tapping a 5 to play a 45, and is also going to tap a 2 to play a 36. Remember, all these new composites come in tapped or sideways. Next comes the battle phase. Composites that are not sideways may attack this phase. Player 1 chooses to attack with a 48. Player 2 chooses to defend with a 44. Since 48 is larger, it wins the fight and 44 will die. But since Player 2 did defend this attack, they will not lose any life. Here's a scenario when Player 2 will attack with a square number. Square numbers have a special ability. You can choose to double them, but if you do that, they will die at the end of the turn. So first, Player 2 attacks with number 25. Player 1 defended with 39. Player 2 chose to double the 25, making it a 50. Since 50 is greater than 39, 50 wins the fight and 39 dies. Since the special ability was used, the 25 will also die.
Here's a scenario where Player 1 attacks with a triangle number. Triangle numbers have a special ability. Any unblocked damage carries over to the defending player's life points. First, Player 1 attacks with a 45. Player 2 defends with a 33. Since 45 is 12 more than 33, the 33 dies and 12 damage is dealt to Player 2's life points. Player 2 now has 88 life points left. Here's a scenario where Player 1 uses the special ability of a cube number. Cubes can be placed onto an opposing player's composite number, pinning the composite number down. While the composite number is pinned down, it cannot attack or defend. The defending player can sacrifice a set of prime numbers whose sum is equal to or greater than the cube in order to shake it off and send it to its owner's discard pile. Here, Player 1 uses 27's special ability to pin Player 2's 49. In order to unpin 49, Player 1 must sacrifice prime numbers whose sum is equal or greater than 27. In this case, Player 2 sacrifices the primes 13, 11, and 7, which add up to 31. This sends the 27 to Player 1's discard pile and frees 49. Here's a scenario where Player 2 uses the sneak attack ability. On a player's attack phase, they select a card of theirs that is a factor of the card they are planning to sneak attack. Normally, the defending player gets to choose which card to defend, but during a sneak attack, the attacking player chooses which card is being attacked. A sneak attack kills both the attacking card and the target of the sneak attack. Here, player 2 uses their 9 card to sneak attack player 1's 45 card, resulting in both cards going to their discard piles. Remember, to sneak attack, the attacking card must be a factor of the targeted card. The 1 card can be played on either player's turn before the combat phase. The person who played the 1 can search their deck for any card, show it to everyone, and put it in their hand. Here, player 1 plays the 1 card, and they search for the card they want, the 52. When they find it, they make sure to show it to everyone before putting it in their hand. Perfect numbers can be discarded from your hand to cast a sleeping spell. You then choose to target all of the abundant or all the deficient numbers of any opponent. All of those targeted numbers become tired until your opponent's next turn. Remember, tired numbers can't block. During their turn, player 1 casts 6, a perfect number. They choose to target deficient numbers, blue. Player 2 turns all their blue cards sideways. They are now tired. Check out the rulebook for a more in-depth overview of Numeroso, as well as other fantastic games to try with your decks.